Right, welcome back to the YouTube, guys. Episode 3 of this kind of prep series that we're doing. Fortunately this time we've got big Loki in the house behind the camera. As you can see, I'm not filming myself, so probably a little bit of an upgrade in content and production, although I hope so, yeah. Although I think I did an alright job. You guys have to let me know. We're here today at MuscleWorks. It is Tuesday, 4 days out from the UK. Ben Weider, Pro Qualifier, first Pro Qualifier of the year. Super excited. Obviously the goal was after the last show to come down a little bit more. By this point, when this is released, you probably would have seen the first 2 episodes, so I'm not going to touch too much on that. Today, I've got a flush massage on my legs. Last competition when I did that, I dropped about 3 pounds overnight, which was pretty good, just to drop off a little bit more inflammation, a little bit more fluid and stuff like that to help me dry out. So that's getting done today after this session. I'm hitting back today. We're not going to show like the whole session because, as you know, peak week training could be a little bit boring. You know, I'm not training to failure. I'm not doing anything that's fucking cool or heavy. Still moving decent weight, but you know, it's not the normal stuff that you like to see, the hardcore, heavy, crazy shit. So I'll go through some stuff today. We'll just show you a little bit of a highlight reel from the training session. I've got my massage, which we're probably not going to film because no one wants to see that. And then we'll head back and we'll get into all of the other stuff that I'm going to be doing this week. Loki's with me for the next few days up to the show, so we can show you all the stuff that goes on. Obviously Patrick's decisions, reasons why for what we do, which I haven't got a clue yet because he's very reactive. We're checking in multiple times a day and he makes those decisions on the fly. So anyway, let's get into it. Peace out. When speaking to Patrick, he was like, in these sessions, still lift heavy weight, still lift a good working weight, but just really fucking feel it. Something I can tell you guys to help you guys. A little thing that I focus on, and I did mention it a little bit in my last YouTube, is to focus a lot on the concentric, not just hammering through your reps. I don't want to say slow down the speed, you're still lifting with intent, but you're not fucking ragging it. Like, you're thinking about what muscle you're using as you're pulling up. Like here, I'm not just ragging it up, I'm just controlling it on the way up. Still lifting with power, with intent, but just a touch more control, so I really feel it deep in the muscles. And also the goal here is to literally feel it out, you know, to fill myself with as much blood as possible, get a nice little pump. You know, I'm not looking to annihilate here. It's that age-old saying, isn't it? Stimulate, not annihilate. It sounds stupid because I'm kind of being a bit of a hypocrite right now, because obviously a peak week training kind of goal is to try and get a pump, but normally when you're training, you're looking to grow a muscle. You're not going in there looking to get a pump, because by proxy, if you're doing that, you know, people tend to lift lighter, more reps to try and get a pump. Whereas if you lift properly with good form, heavy weight, you're going to be doing the required things to build muscle, but as a byproduct of that, you're probably going to get a pretty fucking good pump. So also doing a plate loaded horizontal row here to target the lats. The tip here, yeah, don't try and row up here like this. I see this a lot. You're trying to almost target your upper back. You're getting like, you're pulling the traps around the side of your spine. You're engaging the sort of the traps of the rhomboids. The goal is to hit lat, keep your shoulders straight on, use a bracing arm, and then obviously with your pulling arm, think about the direction of your elbow. Your elbow wants to be traveling down because that's where the lat travels, okay? It doesn't go up here like this, not shrugging that shoulder. So keep the shoulder pinned down, try and put your elbow in your back pocket.
think of that cue as your own elbow back pocket, because you're trying to drag it down here like that. And even now with no weight, I can feel the contraction through my lat. I didn't want this to be like a fucking training tutorial, but it's just something I'm thinking off the top of my head, so you can have that one for free. Damn. So hard to like hold back in training. I still feel so good. Don't get me wrong, energy's dwindled a little bit the past week or so, but like I said, with a lot of food, but my strength's still there. Like I could put 5 plates on there and I've had it. Another tip, but I can just say I'm not using straps. If any of you noticed, when I put straps on, obviously it helps your grip strength, and you can just, when the straps go on, you get in that fucking grip and rip mindset. So here the goal isn't to do that, it's to fucking, as I said, feel. I don't want to bore you with the same shit chat, but that's why I'm not using straps. One thing I really like about these gyms, the kit is just the simple stuff. Look how old some of this kit is, and it's still just fucking perfect, man. A to B, heavyweight, up and down, nothing fancy. Not that I have anything against fancy. For example, the Prime kit, I fucking love Prime kit. You see a lot of people nowadays bumming it, hyping it, but not really using it correctly. And because of the resistance profiles and all this kind of stuff, somewhere along the way, the ability to fucking train hard has been lost. And like, in gyms like this, you look around, there's guys just fucking hammering it out, training hard, pushing hard. And that's the difference. You know what I mean? All right, boss. There he is. How you doing? Who made the cutlet? There he is. This is the boss man, Big Sav in the house.
The new big name coming up.
See that? I've heard it from the main man. What a guy. Sav runs this place, run this place since, I think it opened in 1985 or 1986. So, what a fucking legend of a guy. I had some good chats with him. Anyway, you get the point I was saying, like, the ability to train hard has been lost. And places like here is where you can come and find it. Just making use of the kit. That's so fucking wide, bro. You ever seen those videos of like gym fights? You know, people got like the fucking EZ bar. I'm like, motherfucker, come at me, bruh. Got a fucking lightsaber. 4 days out, bro. No fighting, no fighting. Yeah, baby. Starting to feel it now. I sent to Loki a minute ago. Always takes me a little bit longer to feel my back. I think there's so many different muscles, Christian and crossing. You've got to hit it from so many different angles. It's harder to get like a full back pump compared to like chest or delts, where you can do a couple of sets on 1 or 2 exercises and you're there. It's getting there now. Feeling good. We're looking dry. Session done. So it was actually a really good session. I did 6 exercises in the end with just a couple of sets of biceps at the end. Actually got a pretty good pump. So we'll finish that there. Just done a round of posing. Very, very happy with how I look right now. Considering I'm flat. I was saying to Loki then, there's a difference between being full and being pumped. Like right then I was pumped, flat but pumped, not full. I look fuller, but it's not fullness, it's just a pump, just a slight pump. So I'm looking forward to seeing this filled up a little bit. I don't think we need to go crazy, to be honest, because it doesn't take a lot to fill me up, and I can spill quite easily, so the goal being condition. So we'll see what Patrick says. I'll send him the video in a bit, but now massage, then we're going to head home and we're going to show Loki the lovely streets of East London on the way home. Let's get it. Session was really good. Sent my video and pics and whatnot over to Patrick. He's just responded, so I'll play the voice note in a minute. This is kind of like the video that I sent him. Super flat now. I'll show you guys a little bit of this as well, but they can see the condition coming through now. So we've been running low carb since, it's now Tuesday, since last Sunday, so what's that, 9 days? I could feel it now. Things are just switching on and I'm seeing new levels of condition, but it's a little bit harder to sort of hold certain muscles in place because of the flatness. But you got to get flat to get fat free, bro. So very happy with this, all things considered, considering how low food has been and where expenditure is at. But obviously we're pulling things back as of nowish, I'd imagine. I'll play the voice note because he's just responded. So,
hey Joe, so we're definitely on the flat side now. I think this is the flattest I've seen you so far. If this is post training, so I can definitely see it coming. At the same time, you can see the flatness. Nonetheless, the flatness, like on your side leg, the insertion between glutes and hams is deeper. Those lines are deeper, and overall, it's very lean. So I think we can do another day. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we will do another low day like this. And then we will decide whether we want to start upping the carbs, starting post-training last training on Thursday, or we start immediately Thursday morning. So tomorrow definitely going to be another low day, just like we have been doing. Also tomorrow, you will only take the growth hormone one time, so 2 IUs tomorrow. And then Thursday we will see if we keep those 2 IUs or if we drop it completely. And tomorrow injection still, everything's still the same. Water, salt, still the same, just low calories again tomorrow. Also cardio, tomorrow morning there's no cardio, just no walk. You get up, drink your coffee, usual routine, and then you do 10 rounds, 10 minutes of posing, and then you start with meal 1.
Cool. So I've been checking in like a couple times a day now. And it's funny because people always say to me, what's the plan for peak week? I'm like, I don't know, because Patrick's very reactive and obviously that's a sign of a good coach. That's how I like to do things as well, is like deal with what you see at the time. Kojo, no, stop. It's not all about you, mate. All right? So he's very reactive to everything that I send him. He always responds super fast. He's been fucking amazing, super supportive, and incredibly knowledgeable as well. Like obviously he's one of the best coaches in the world, but whenever he makes certain changes, sometimes I ask why. Not to question the decision, but more so I can understand why he's made certain things. Kojo, stop! So as you can see, we're pulling back from an output perspective tomorrow. We pulled cardio Sunday, yesterday. Yesterday was the last day of cardio. Today was just a walk this morning. Tomorrow, obviously, he's pulled the walk. I don't know if you heard that at the end because Kojo was barking, but he wants me to do 10 minutes of hard posing in the morning as my kind of form of cardio, so I'll do that. Growth hormone has been pulled down to 4 IU, and as you heard then, which is split 2 IU AM, 2 IU PM, and that's now just to 2 IU tomorrow, and then he said as of Thursday, potentially down to nothing. Loading wise, again, another low day tomorrow, which I'm actually happy about because I'm really liking the condition that I'm seeing right now. Obviously very flat, but that's where I want to be. Super sensitive. I'm going to be really reactive when we do put some carbs in. And then Thursday, as you heard him say, either, depending on how we are tomorrow, either we'll start loading from first meal Thursday or after training Thursday. So yeah, we kind of know a rough idea of what we're going to be doing. Obviously training wise is still kind of similar to what I did today. Just keeping a good weight, but nothing to failure. Not going balls to the wall. So yesterday was Monday, I did chest. Today is Tuesday, I did back. Tomorrow is just delts, and then Thursday, my last session is just arms. So just single body part training. And that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, feeling really good. I feel like, you know, so much leaner and better than the last package. And you know, the work's pretty much done now. We're just kind of got to bring it home. So we'll show you a little bit more stuff about what I get up to when I speak to Patrick, the decisions he makes, why he makes them, and we'll go from there. Anyway, back to the Kojo show.
When you interact with council, do they say yes, you're in the system, or yes, you're going to be processed?
I'm constantly emailing them and sending them messages and stuff like that, sending pictures across.
Let's get something good
These are all the letters that I've sent them.
For me. Smallest, but probably one of my favourite meals. The old whey paste, for 70 grams of isolate, 30 grams of nut butter. I think it's the nut butter that does this really too much. To be honest, these next two meals are my favourites. 250 salmon, 200 potatoes, broccoli, some cucumber, some tomatoes. It looks very Mediterranean. And then this. Lower meals, obviously that's my last two meals. Repeat tomorrow as we said, and then see what happens. Yeah, let's mix this up, as you've seen on the other YouTube. Freeze it, but don't fucking nuke freeze it like I did last time. Let's see if I can do this one any better.
I'm going to tell Tom when
Salt and pepper.
but I feel like the world's largest slice of pizza right now.
Damn, son. Cheap good.
I can see why it's the best pizza in Chicago. I thought it sounded like it, yeah.
Mash it in. Look at that, baby. Then, testa resistance. Cambia. Oh man, so nice to sit down. And then the evening routine begins. Sit down, watching shit on the laptop on hotspot at the moment because we haven't got Wi-Fi just yet. Just kind of doing my own. My final bit of salt. I've got 10 grams of salt per day. This is the final bit of salt that I've left. Gosh. Taste test. Unbelievable. Take an extra little bit of time just to make it good. Right. Big Steve, how you doing, bruv?
I'm alright, mate. Sam.
You at work?
Yeah. Just dropped to site, so.
Grafting away, mate, earning them pennies, right?
Halfway.
Yeah, I love that.
Gotta be done, mate. It's gotta be done.
That's it. I'm getting you a quick 10 minutes off job, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. We'll do this more often then, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Give me a little bit of an overview of where your head's at, what's been going on, and then we can have a chat about sort of how we can change things and make things a little bit more sustainable potentially. So yeah, I'll let you take the floor, bro.
Yeah. It's time is really is the essence, really,
Mate,
like, and
100%.
just trying to fit it all in, and that's why I'm saying, like, you know, like, obviously, like, trying to cut it down a bit, like, obviously not going to the gym sort of like every day.
A little bit easier. We'll trial it for the next week or two, and then remember on check-ins or whenever, bro, just on WhatsApp, whenever you have an issue or you run into anything or whatever, just tell me, because the quicker you tell me, I can just fix it for you, all right?
Yeah.
Nice one,
Yeah.
man. Was there anything else you wanted to go over, or does that cover all the points?
No, I think that's everything for now, mate.
Yeah.
So I think like that, just like I said, just dropping it down a bit.
Yeah. Freeing up that time.
Just freeing up that time a bit and see how that goes.
Absolutely.
And then, like you said, we'll just do like a rain check, like in a couple of weeks or something.
100%, mate. All right, good stuff. Well, I'll like I said, I'll make these changes for you. I'll let you know when they're done, and then we can get cracking. Yeah. I just had a message from an old client, right, on Instagram. He says, "Brother, I'm sending you this out of 100% love. I followed you over a decade. I found you from Scott Francis way back. When I saw you competing in condition, I immediately thought to myself, holy fuck, this guy looks insane. Years went by. I followed you on the JP website and then finally reached out for coaching. My point is that I have watched you compete for probably over 10 years, and I just want you to know, whatever happens, you are a pro, brother. You've lived it, you do it, whether it's meant to be or not. Understand probably a lot of people have watched your journey and cheered you on, bro. Bro, whether you get that trophy or not, you guide my days mentally thinking what would Joe say or do, and just know that's probably more important than anything." What a fucking sick message. It's nice to hear stuff like that, because like you don't do any of this for like recognition or external feedback. I do it for me because of the love of bodybuilding, the love of training. So to get messages like that out of the blue, it's like, that's really nice.
Right, meal one about to go down, but first, the salt. You've got to get yourself some of these old conspicuous scales, the drug dealer scales. 10 grams of salt a day at the moment, which is, I'm having 5 meals, so it's basically 2 grams, equivalent of 2 grams per meal. So just absolutely nailed. I like to kind of, a lot of the time, cook my meals as I go, because obviously I work from home. I have the luxury of being able to do that. But when I prep meal one, I kind of get things ready for meal two as well. So obviously, food's low, it's just 60 grams of rice for my first 2 meals. So I'll do 120 now. One I'll eat now, and then one's just ready. I'll also get my steak ready, which I'm having now, with 1 egg and some tomatoes, and then I'll also prep my chicken for meal 2 as well. Steak on, 3 minutes aside. After the first 3 minutes, flip it, put the tomatoes on, get the egg on, then they're on for 3 minutes, then that's done. So I've got everything pretty much on the timer. These aren't my times. But yeah, the timings, again, Nancy's a fantastic cook. Like, it's unbelievable. And I can't wait to have her home cooked food. What did we have last, after my last prep? Lasagna, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. She did a home cooked lasagna, unreal salad, garlic bread. It was like, blew me away. It was so good. But yeah, she knows all about the timings. Right, pre-workout time, guys. Obviously, going to be using the Train by JP Do Not Fucking Miss. I think I said it in one of my other YouTubes. I was using like half a scoop, but now I'm pretty much using a full scoop of this, as I'm a little bit more tired. Although training recently has been really good. Like, I haven't dropped strength or prep, aside from when done so on purpose, so to speak, like when holding back on leg day and some of the sessions this week, because obviously the goal isn't to, as I said before, kind of drive any CNS fatigue or anything like that. This pre is so good, like it's extremely powerful. If you ever try it, definitely only start with a half scoop. I remember when I first tried it, I double scooped it and sent myself absolutely west. So don't do that, learn from my misfortunes. There we go. I'm not weighing it out, actually. I'm not that fucking anal. Pump Pidge. Been doing 2 scoops of this. So good, man. I've been able to get a pump every time, despite food being like super low. For me, at least, anyway. So I always do a good couple of pumps of that. Scoops, should I say. Pumpage, and I've got the orange dreamsicle flavour. And then, oh god, creatine, 10 grams. Obviously, as you guys know, probably following JP, he's banging on about the creatine right now. Obviously, a lot of studies coming out saying how higher doses are actually being more effective for not only things like muscle building, but also like neurological advancements and memory improvement, things like that, which I could do because my memory is
well, that's Nancy, it's pretty poor. Maybe selective, I don't know. So skip that, and then also 10 grams of glutamine. Yes, we've got these kilo bags as well, and as trained by JP, creatine and glutamine is price matched, so if you find it cheaper elsewhere, which you probably won't, price per kilo, we will price match it for you. So that's what we've got, and then also in my intro, which I'm going to make in a sec, is I've still got 20 grams of performance fuel in there, so I've got a little bit of carbohydrates running through, which is it's about 19, 20 grams of carbs in there. So again, not a lot, but enough to kind of help with pushing me through these sessions, albeit very short sessions anyway. But anyway, we're about to head to the gym. I just had my pre-workout meal, which was that 60 gram of rice and 250 grams of chicken that I prepared earlier. So that's in. Pre-workout for the road. We're going to drive there. Man's back on the road again as well after a 12-month hiatus. I haven't really spoke about that very much, but you can get the gist. It was driving too fast. Anyway, back on the road. We're going to drive to King's, get in there, get the session done, check in, and see what the day brings. Let's go. Goes off.
Yeah, so made it to King's. It was that was an interesting one. I thought it was free to film here, but apparently not. £75. Luckily the geezer on the desk, Fernando, was like, because we want to shoot tomorrow as well for the last arm session, he was like, let's pay once, come in twice, so that's all good. Anyway, obviously muscle works yesterday, King's today and tomorrow, delts today, nothing crazy again, you know the crack, but probably 4 or 5 exercises. Then we're going to go pose upstairs. Lighting's quite nice in here, so I'm going to get into it now. I won't lie, I am lagging a little bit. Energy's pretty low, but I'll get the tunes on, get some blood pumping, and let's fucking go. Woo! I always do at least one, sometimes two, usually one, just like a fly exercise in each session. Just keep some blood in the chest. It's probably one of my weaker areas, so I just want to keep it stimulated per se. Whew. Man's just tired. Just tired today, but feeling pretty good all things considered. And I think food goes in tomorrow, so we're good. One thing I'm finding now is that like my initial strength is good, but it's knocking off real quick. Obviously I've got like fuck all glycogen stores already, so quite depleted for my body weight at least anyway. New low as well today, 246.6. Wow. It's I actually weighed that yesterday, but that was after going for a walk and to the loo, like properly for the first time in a while. But that was weighed at 5:30 this morning, 246.6. So that's like
5 and a bit pounds down from the regional weight, which is less than 2 weeks ago. So condition's definitely coming. Be interesting to see how it looks today because I feel very flat, but and I know every bodybuilder says that, but compared to when I was before the regional, I wasn't quite as lean, so I wasn't as flat, so there's a lot of pop still there. And obviously we haven't carved up yet, so to be honest, it's kind of what we want. Anyway, let's hit another one. Yes, guys, we are back. So it's Thursday. Obviously, we trained the session yesterday, which was obviously the one you just seen. So basically, checked in with Patrick. He sent me a response, and we forgot to show you guys yesterday. So I'm going to play it for you now because I wanted to kind of be transparent, show you guys the communication that we have, the things that he says and all that kind of stuff. So he sent me a voice note. I'm going to play it on 1.5 speed. It's a bit quicker because it's like 2 minutes long. But I sent him my video that I took after training, which we can overlay some of that here as well so you can see that. So this is the response that he said.
Hey Joe, hope you're doing good. Hanging there. We are totally fat free, and as far as water retention is very, very, very minimal. I would say probably not even there. We just need slightly more push to the muscles just to get a little more pop going. But the details are, I think, as good as they can be without having muscle loss and slipping away. I mean, those glutes now are in from the outside to the inner glute, from the lower glute to the upper glute. Lower back is totally stripped. Even if you look at the quad separation when you hit it correctly, even on your teardrop where you always have that issue, everything is in. I mean, could you get harder? I don't think so. You could just get flatter at this point. You couldn't get any leaner, so that's good. But seeing this, we will start to increase the calories after training tomorrow. We don't start tomorrow morning immediately, so I will send you over those plans. So what I need you to do tomorrow, but I'll send you the plans obviously, is we're going to have 2 meals before training, and those 2 meals basically will be without any carbs, and then we will have 4 meals after training where we're going to have more carbs. Okay, I'll send you those plans over SAP, yeah, that's it. I'll send over everything. Also tomorrow we'll have the last injections, and then Friday only orals, and yeah, good. I mean, we're in condition, Joe. You did everything you needed to do. Definitely sharper than 2 weeks ago. Everything is in, so let's see what the judges are going to say. Now it's up to us. Just bring in a little more fullness without losing the deep separations, and that's it.
Happy days. When I listened to that yesterday, I was like, he almost sounds impressed. He's a hard man to impress, obviously, with the caliber of athletes that he works with. But I was really happy with that check-in. So he sent me my meals for yesterday. So I've had the first 2 meals, which he didn't bother showing because they're literally 0 carb meals. I had 400 ml of egg whites, 1 whole egg, 75 veggies and 10 gram olive oil for meal 1. Meal 2 was 250 chicken, 75 veggies and 10 grams of oil. And now I'm about to go and train, which is going to go in the next video. And then I've got 750 ml Gatorade, and then it goes on to the carb up meals, which I will tell you about in the next video. So stay tuned for that one. So we're going to wrap this up here because I think it's a pretty long video. So if you made it this far, big love to you. Thank you so much for watching so far and obviously following the journey. As always, if you've got any comments or questions, please hit me up in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you in the next one, which is, as I said, is going to be the carb load, registration day, weighing in, and show day. So next one's going to be a biggie. See you in the next one. Peace out.